Welcome guys to another video, another day, another dollar. So I can report back on those Powerflex black race bushes I did in the last video. Much improved. We really enjoyed the car now. It's actually even helped kind of turning a little bit because the back's more stable, it's a bit more pointy. So definitely a thumbs up. I would recommend anyone to fit those bushes on their Mark IIIs. Great. Today's video, as you can see behind me, headlining time. So what I've done is I've accumulated all the bits I needed for the headlining. On this car, so I got all the A, B and C pillars in black, handles in black, as well as a set of sun visors. These are not going to be potentially the sun visors I'm going to be using. There's actually 3 sets. These are the Mark III type ones from the convertible. There's also a slidey version, which on the later convertibles, which looks like the Mark IV. There's actually an early type that has no of these, no covers on the mirror, and it only has one mirror, which is like a Mark II style. And then you've got the ones with the lights. I actually have a set to put on here for the lights, they just haven't arrived yet. But to mount this up, I'm going to use these. Also got a Passat center light with no map reading light, it's an early car. And also on this headlining that I sourced from the scrapyard, it's a 92 headlining. So it's as old as the car is. The date's on the back, I'll show you guys. As you can see, that the reason why there's only 3 handles here is because there's only 3 places. You see that the indentation here for the handles, it doesn't have it on the driver's side. So exactly the same as the Mark II. Got 3 handles, there's none on the thingy. So this is quite retro looking for this early car as well. So with this in today, it's gonna make a massive difference to the way the car looks and feels. And also it's a snowball effect. Then I can get the carpets in, well, I can get the soundproofing done, I can do the carpets, I can put the rear bench in, and the interiors then is almost finished. 90% of it's finished. So let's crack on. So I took the motor out, got it on the bench, and I've tried to simulate the emergency closing, and the motor just doesn't turn. There's something wrong in here with the gear or something wrong with the motor. So I'm going to quickly strip it down and have a look. This wasn't something I was really expecting. The roof not closing, it just seems to reach a point and it doesn't go any further. It's almost like the motor isn't working properly. It seems well greased. You've also got this worm bit here that turns, and I've actually adjusted that to see if I get more movement in it, and still it doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this middle gear out until I see if I can find another motor to try. So for the time being, just going to take this middle gear off, because then that should be able to then allow me to actually open and close it manually. Make sure that little bit is stuck on there, like so. So you just have to line up these little bits with that, make sure that's all lined up. Yeah, perfect. So then that moves freely, so that means now I can actually open and close it manually for the time being. This gear that comes in 2 halves, maybe the timing's out, the rubber maybe is worn, and potentially that's why it's not working properly. I'm going to order this from eBay. It's a copper gear, here's the photo. So I'm going to give that a go, I'm going to order that. Probably take a few weeks to arrive. Put this back on the car, and then also that means I'll leave this little bolt in there, which is the manual open and closing bit, and then actually I'll leave a small hole in the headlining. So in case I ever do run out of power or something happens with the roof or the motor again in the future, at least I've got a small hole where I can actually put the manual closing bit into it. That's always a concern with these roofs. Wasn't expecting this, but these things happen with these projects. Okay, so that means I can just leave that in there. That'll close it. And what I've done is I've put the nut there so that then I can actually close it and open it for the time being, because otherwise this only works one way. That then means it's locked now, so I can actually open and close it. So okay, so that's done. So let's put this back on, finish off the headlining, and then literally cut the hole out, the headlining. Ooh, nervous about cutting the headlining out. Well, that's okay, so let's crack on with this. So as you saw, I had to cut it off with a Stanley knife, and then you finish it off with this trim, which kind of goes in between the frame rail and also sandwiches in the headlining. It's white for the moment. Maybe I'll try and source one in black, or there's some stainers that you can get as well. Maybe I'll have a look into that. But at the moment, it doesn't look too bad. So I've got all the black pillars in. Looks really cool with the black headlining and the black handles. Also putting these partial shelf supports. The seat belts are all done properly now, finished up. So are the rear door cards. Now I just need to give it a clean on the inside. So yeah, it looks really good. Really happy, it's really coming together. Taking shape with these pillars in. The black pillars and the headlining look so good. I don't know why VW didn't do this as standard on the Mark III, but hey, it looks really, really good. In the next video, get all the carpets in, put the rear bench in, and that's the interior kind of finished then. Now I can move on to the engine.